Hello and welcome to GTI TV. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing Chef Vonshai with my daughter, Catherine Fulmer. So, Chef, one thing I do want to talk about is some of the awards that you've won. Can you share with us what awards you won this past year?
Okay, so last year I actually celebrated 35 years as a chef. I
Wow,
counted because
congratulations.
thank you. And so last year I got the Black Girl Magic Award for Culinary Artist of the Year. So this is my award
Yes.
from last year for a chef. And then at the end of the year, I received this award for my consulting agency, which is, if you can see it, let me put it in front of me. It is
Yep.
for Business Person of the Year for Alivon Business Consulting Agency.
Outstanding.
So, for being a businesswoman and for being a chef, all came together last year on my 35th year. That was like the best way for me to celebrate.
That is
That's
awesome.
pretty incredible.
And what does that tell you when you win those kind of awards, as far as what the kind of impact you're making?
It's funny because I used to give out a lot of awards because I was the president of Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce for 5 years. So I would always curate all the awards and give other people awards. So when I got the award, I'm like, wow, okay, this is nice. But it just lets me know that people are, um, people, my peers, and people that I have dealt with, people who have watched me in business, that they just recognize that I have done some major things over time. To me, it's kind of like a blur. Like I literally probably have forgotten more events than I've actually done that I can remember right now. It's like thousands of events. So sometimes when someone asks me for like a resume, my last one I had like 12 pages. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That is.
that's insane.
So, so let us tell us about some of the other things that you're involved with as far as extracurricular. We know about you being a chef. We have your two companies and the nonprofit. What are some other things that you like to do? I know yesterday you went to the beach and played volleyball and whatnot. What are some of the activities that you like to engage people in and all that?
Well, I usually am working with a lot of the people that I mentor. Like I said, I have a lot of women. I also teach culinary arts and life skills to the youth. So there's a school here called Youth Build where they have students that are from different kind of backgrounds and different challenges that they've had. I'm help them all get like food service cards. So I'm kind of just like a person who likes to give and help. And the event I was at yesterday, the lady, she's has kids, so she created a movement called Her Village, where she has all the children and the parents and the fathers together. So yesterday we had an adult play day at the beach. This is like her fourth event, and I'm kind of like the person who she goes to see how am I supposed to do this, how should this work, how the different people are. So I'm just kind of person who likes to just be involved in real life situations. I enjoy music. I enjoy, of course, food tasting, games, and my family. I spend a lot of time with my daughter, my grandkids. So I'm always ready to go and do something.
And that's great. And what do you think about working with the other generations, younger generations, older generations, and incorporating them? And because it's all about inclusion with everything that we do. And how do you kind of adapt to the different, again, the generational gaps and whatnot? I love it personally. I think it's
Mhm.
exciting. As you'll probably say the same thing I do. I learn probably more from everybody than they learn from me. But
Mhm.
what do you say to that?
Well, because I'm kind of old fashioned a little bit, and I come from uh, a generation of women who had a lot of wisdom. My grandmother, great grandmother, and my mom. They all three gave me three different things. My great grandmother, she was like a praying woman, so she gave me that. My grandmother, she was like very realistic and very like a person who would tell you the truth about everything. Like even when you're young, you're like, wow, maybe I didn't need to know that. But when I grew up, I'm like, well, I do need to know that. And then my mom, she had a mentality of whatever you don't have is because you haven't put forth the effort to get it. So if I combine all of that wisdom, it's like pray about it, get it done, and get to the next step because it's all sometimes it just depends on how you move through the world. So my dedication to the younger generation is just to let them know that you have to move with integrity. You have to do things in excellence, and you can't be a follower of everything that's going on in the world. So I kind of try to pull them aside and like, okay, that's not right. Don't do that. When you're entertaining, you have to do this. When you're having people to your house, you need to do that. So I kind of like teach them a lot of life skills because sometimes they don't have the parents to teach them life skills. So life skills are
Mhm.
very important. It's very much something I teach. I have an online class. I even have an app that's coming out. It's called The Way You Move. And it's kind of like things that you're supposed to do in the world, in business and relationships and social and community, because people just don't know sometimes. And I found out that they don't know by asking just a few questions sometimes to the youth. You're like, you don't know that? Like, they don't know a stamp goes on the envelope. Like, what?
Yeah, I know. That's funny. What would you say to your 15-year-old self in trying to position you better than where you are? And you're wildly successful, but what would you say? Because we all have to go through failures to try to get to where we are, and we continue to fail. Obviously, that's just part of life. Um, but what would you say to that 15-year-old Chef Vonshai
Hmm.
to kind of help them adapt to the world that's in front of them?
I would say wait, be patient with yourself, and not rush to be a grown up with children and husbands and families and kids. Get to know who you are as a person before you start to combine yourself with other people and take on responsibilities that you might not be ready for.
Great answer.
I like that.
Catherine, do you have
Very
any
much like enjoy
questions?
the journey,
Yeah,
Yes.
and
yeah.
yeah, that's something that Dad has said to me my entire life, and I haven't always completely understood it. And I feel like the older that you get, the more you really kind of hone into that. You're like,
Yeah.
just appreciate where you
Slow
are.
down.
You
Yeah.
know,
Slow
yeah,
down. Yeah.
absolutely. I
And
love
get to know
that.
yourself because the world will tell you who you are and try to compare you to so many other people. But until you know who you are inside of yourself, you'll be better off once you know that, you know?
And
Yeah.
what would you say to your 15-year-old self on how to kind of listen to other generations, whether they're younger or older, and be inclusive with your progress, your journey, if you will. What would you say to that as far as how would you address that? Enjoy the journey, yes, but what would you say to that as far as absorbing? Because you've got teachers, you have coaches, you have all these different people that are trying to give you advice. Everybody
Mhm.
loves to give you advice, right? So how do you
Mhm.
filter out which ones are good and which ones are not?
Well, I would say learn what resonates with you. Like don't just go learn. I mean, a lot of people want to have a fullness of all this different knowledge, but to me, you have to learn things that resonate with you, like as a person, like as a chef, as an event planner, certain things that I focus on just to make me better each and every day. So, as a young person, whatever you are going into, be a little bit obsessed with learning everything that has to do with what you want to know. Because otherwise, it's kind of like you're moving around like an octopus trying. And they always say the dog that chases two rabbits catches none. So you got to chase one good thing.
Yeah, so you think the key to it is to build curiosity so people are continuing to learn and grow. Because I don't think
Yes.
we ever stop. I think you and I are still learning and growing, right? And
Yes,
Catherine.
still learning,
But-
still growing, but still chasing the same. I'm going down the same path, but there's many different things to see on the way.
and it kind of goes back to discipline, persistence, accountability, grit. All those
Mhm,
things are important to everything that you do because that's what gets you to the next level and
mhm.
continuous improvement.
Yes.
And that's kind of what Grow Together initiative is about that continuous improvement and embracing and building that curiosity in each other to be creative. I mean, you're great at connecting people, and
Hmm.
everybody could be doing that if they just understand that everybody is connected with everybody else, and we're
Yes.
just kind of giving them the overall vision to say, here's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to help you to kind of make your life and your family and connecting together. Strong families make for happy lives.
Yes. Absolutely, because we're all here together in this world. And so, as far as business is concerned, cultures is concerned, we're all one community. And as long as we can grow together, like you say, if I'm growing here and you're growing there, they come together and then we both make each other more strong.
Yep. And so speak a little bit about international. We call it international. I mean, different
Hmm.
regions of the world, right? And how we
Hmm.
can bring them together. I mean, the world desperately needs us to come together now more than ever. What would you say to that as far as now you can bring people together with your cooking? Um, but how do you bring them together like in these events? And you have a lot of people from a lot of different parts of the world. And how do you think we can do a little bit better job with that?
By being more aware of what different people in different places are doing, because everybody gets caught up in their own world and what's going on here, and I'm here, what's going on in California or what's going on in United States. But we have to be aware that other cultures, other people, other communities, and once you learn about them, you have to be an open-minded person to actually go learn and see like what, because we all have a similarity. I have a book coming out that says everybody loves chicken because every single culture eats chicken in a different type of way. So it's just like we're all the same, but we all have a different language and a different thing that we do. But we just have to learn about each other. Take the time to learn what someone else is, what their culture is, their religion, their beliefs, whatever it may be. We're all different, but we're all human beings, so we're all the same. And we're all
Yeah.
humans doing, not just being. We're doing things.
Yep, and celebrate the cultures because they all have tremendous history and celebrated cultures that have been around for a very long time, and they've all had experiences that are just magnificent. I mean, every part of the world is a little bit different, but it all
Hmm.
boils back down to families.
Yes.
Everybody wants to protect their family. Everybody makes sure they have a safe housing environment, and so
And good.
and they need good, clean food,
Yes.
right? And that's where
'Cause we
you come
all,
in.
that's where we can't separate. We all eat. I've never met a person that says, I don't eat. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. That's a
that's
good
weird.
Okay.
point.
Yes.
Are you still living? I don't know how you can not be.
Right.
But
Like, how
Right.
did you do that? Right.
one thing that I haven't asked you is, what do you think about the food in other parts of the world, and what do you think about our food that we get in the United States, as
Oh,
far as
that's a good question. You're saying
yeah,
quality wise, and
quality
yeah,
wise?
yeah.
Quality wise, I think because here so many things have to be mass produced that we lose a lot of the integrity of things. A lot of people eat actually
Yeah.
fresh food from farms, and they're eating their food from the tree that they have outside. And we are going to the store to get the one with the wax and the preserved and all those different type of things. So I do love that a lot of people are starting to do their own growing of food and different
Yeah,
things like that. So I would think that that's the difference. Like a lot of other cultures, they don't like when I was in Aruba, like the prices for some of the food was so expensive because a lot of things are imported there. So it's like here, we can grow everything because of our climate. Every place can't grow what we can grow, but if we can grow more food and eat more things that are clean, it's better off for all of us.
yeah. And we went over to Albania, my wife and I, a couple years ago, and we ate over there. I mean, we did literally have a smorgasbord. We went with a couple, and we went around the country and ate, and we had smorgasbord and of food, and we didn't spend more than $30 for the entire food. We had drinks and the whole bit, and it was, you didn't have to season it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was just incredible for that inexpensive of amount. I just thought to myself, why is it so much more expensive here in the United States? Because
Yeah,
that same meal would have been $800,000.
right. And it's always that way here. Like everything is so much more expensive. Everything is so processed, and it's kind of hard to even get a meal that's just for nutrition unless you go to the organic store, the special markets and different things,
Right.
farmers markets and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Chef Vonshai. I mean, what an incredible journey you're currently in. And thank you for just being on today. We we welcome you back anytime you'd like, and thank you.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed both of you. Have a wonderful day.
You
You
too.
too. Thank you.
You.
Thank you.